What's up everyone, Paul from Grindhouse Funhouse. Back in December of 2022, we were blessed with two violent Santa movies on our movie screen. Violent Night, starring David Harbour as their Santa, which I did a review of and that I highly recommend for this Christmas time if you still haven't seen it. And we got Christmas Bloody Christmas from Joe Begos, who's behind the excellent 2020 70s exploitation tough guy / gory throwback VFW, and his debut film Bliss, which I have yet to see, that came out around the same time as VFW. I do a lot of Christmas movie rewatches during this time, as most of you undoubtedly do as well, and I wanted to circle back to Christmas Bloody Christmas, as I wanted to review it back then, but I'm doing it now, damn it. Joe Begos originally wrote the script as a remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night, but when that went nowhere, he turned it into Christmas Bloody Christmas, which starts up with fake TV ads of a malt liquor that you gotta share with your kids.
We can all have some.
A TV movie about some blonde lady being interrupted by her kid as she was about to blow Santa. Santa shredding it live at the Civic Center. And an ad about robots built by the US Defense Department spending over $1 trillion to destroy America's deadliest enemies. And now replacing mall Santas.
Robo Santa Plus fully replaces your local degenerate mall Santa.
What could possibly go wrong? We are then introduced to Tori and Robbie, played by Riley Dandy and Sam Delich. She owns the record store Black Hole and he's her employee. It's Christmas Eve and Tori just wants to get drunk and party. She ditches her Tinder date and hangs out with Robbie for the night. In between drinking heavily and having long conversations about everything and nothing, mostly nothing, they go visit some friends, a couple nearby who owns a toy store played by John O'Ray and Dora Madison. We see that they have a Robo Santa Plus played by Abraham Benrubi in the store, and we briefly see it become self-aware.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
As we cut to a news report about an international recall of all those robots because some of them reverted back to their old Defense Department firmware. Tori and Robbie leave to get more booze at a bar while the couple gets it on in the store. Robot Santa Plus fully activates, slices and dices them. As Robot Santa Plus leaves the store, he sees Tori and Robbie walking in the distance and goes after them and the very few people residing in this small town. You know, as setups go, it's pretty efficient and to the point. Now, here's my hot take about Christmas Bloody Christmas, and let's see if you agree with me here, and you let me know in the comment section below. It's not so much a killer robot Santa movie, and more about the beautiful, tender love story between a record store owner and her employee. She is just a horny gal who wants some D, and he's the closest thing to a man that's around, so for the next 30 minutes, they'll have deep conversations about sex, him telling her he knows how to eat that right? All women love to hear that, am I right? And personally, that's the kind of conversations I'll have with my lady bosses. They'll talk about horror movie sequels, how Pet Sematary 2 and Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2 are superior films to their originators. Conversate about how when heavy metal dudes cut off their long hair, they produces their worst albums.
Metallica, yeah?
Yeah.
They cut their hair, the fuckers release load.
Chris Cornell cuts off his beautiful mane and Super Unknown becomes Soundgarden's worst album.
Cornell cuts his hair off, opts for the Spencer's gift tips with the frosted spikes, and then the motherfuckers release Super Unknown!
And all I gotta say to that is, you got shit in your ears? All this is said to rile people up if there were any around while ingesting a copious amount of alcohol, and yet they look stone cold sober throughout. Yeah, certainly we'll be able to get it up by the time they actually went to the bone zone or be eating that right. I don't know, nothing felt natural about it, mostly felt performative. Something I have to bring up is the swearing in this movie. My God, I am no prude by any means. I can be quite profane in my personal life, but Jesus H. Christ, it was a bit much. IMDb tells me that 487 dirty words were heard in Christmas Bloody Christmas, which averages to 5.6 per minute.
Fucking Christmas, fucking hate.
Fucking sucks. Fucking Christmas. Fucking get it over.
Fucking Christmas.
Fucking religion. Fucking.
That's a fellow YouTuber who did the Lord's work by doing a supercut of all the fucks, all 359 of them. I don't know, to me it felt like a crutch to sound oh so edgy. Next time, just be more calculating with your fucks so it hits harder when they're part of your conversations. When it comes to the cast, Riley Dandy was fine and dandy as Tori. especially in the end when she goes head-to-head with robot Santa Claus, playing that final girl part that's required of her. She was a fresh face to me in this, and I haven't seen her in anything since when this came out 2 years ago, although she will be in Joe Begos' new alien abduction movie, Genie and Stays, coming out next year. Sam Delich, played Robbie, was fucking obnoxious, so I guess it makes him a really good actor since I bought into what he was giving out. Jonah Ray, which I am not a fan of, gets dispatched real early, thank Christ. So that was one of the highlights of the movie for me. Abraham Benrubi, who I hadn't seen in anything since his ER days, definitely got the build and heft to play a killer robot Santa. He had some sweet robot moves, I guess. That's what earned him that sweet low-budget paycheck. Even people on the crew had acting roles. One of the producers and editor, Josh Etier, plays Larry the bartender. The art director, Elliot Gilbert, played Officer Davies, who shotgunned and saved him. And Joe Begos plays the angry neighbor that gets his car trashed by Tori. I gotta give props to the mood and atmosphere of the movie. Shot on 16mm film, so it's grainy as fuck to give it that 70s exploitation movie feel. Joe Begos does love his neon lighting. The whole movie is drenched in overdone green, pink, and red neon hues, but that's the Joe Begos way. The constant snowing with those thick snowflakes definitely gives you that Christmas feel. All the locations they go to does feel lived in a trashy sort of way. It has a driving 80s flavored synth score composed by Steve Moore, who also did the score for The Guest, VFW, and Suitable Flesh. Begos, being the exploitation movie fan that he is, sprinkles some Vinegar Syndrome references throughout the movie, which, you know, fun. On a very small budget like they had, care was still put forth when it came to the gory carnage. You'll get people being cut in half by robot Santa. That's the first kill in the movie. There's a curb stomping, or in this case, a stair stomping kill in this movie. I never thought I would watch a Christmas movie with a stair-stomping scene in it, but here we are. Hell, Robot Santa will even kill a small, defenseless child.
Why are you so bloody?
He don't give a fuck. Alright, after all of that, do I recommend Christmas Bloody Christmas? I'd say 2/3 of the movie I do. The first 30 minutes of Tori and Robbie just hanging out, just yapping away until they get it on, feels long. Like some of that time could have been put into Robot Santa starting his rampage earlier, get a higher body count, but with budget constraints, I guess this couldn't happen. Someone else trying this with a bigger budget, same concept, less talking between two hipster douches with more interesting characters to root for. Now we have something here. It's not to say I did not enjoy parts of this movie. I dug the Christmas feel, the gory kills, and gnarly practical effects, the score, the final showdown between Robot Santa and Tori that went on and on and on, almost to a comical effect. It's so over the top how many final endings there are. I'm not sure if it was done for comedic effect or they just said, fuck it, we're just gonna do as many faux endings as we can until it feels impossible. Also, at some point, green laser shoots out of his eyes. More of that shit would have been welcome. When it's just Tori at the end being the final girl, it becomes the killer robot slasher movie you wanted it to be, and she will not totally come out of it unscathed, which I thought was a nice touch. At the end of the day, it's not pretending to be anything other than what it is. Essentially, it's a small-town punk rock remake of Hardware mixed with the Terminator. If that sounds good to you, then by all means, fire this one up during the Christmas holidays. So what can you see Christmas Bloody Christmas? You can stream it right now on Shudder, and it was released on Blu-ray last year through RLJ Entertainment, so that is an option too if you want to add it in your collection. So that was my review for Christmas Bloody Christmas. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up so I can get more visibility out there. Subscribe if you haven't, that does help too. And share your thoughts on Christmas Bloody Christmas in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll say to you, ciao bye for now.